Hello guys, this is Terry from GenkiGamingTv coming back at you with another Yokai Watch Shadowside review. This is for episode 22. I'm surprised it's been this far without any bit of a break, to be honest, because sometimes these shows transition through like 13 or 12 episode cycles, but that's besides the point. We're gonna dive into today's episode, which is 22, which is Tomato Onyo no Kakeda, or Toma and the Peace of the Oni King. And this episode doesn't start off like a normal episode. This episode actually technically starts off a tiny bit different. Toma sees a guy and his girl, basically a couple at the flower shop. The guy gives the girl a bouquet of flowers. Toma is happy. This happiness triggers something inside of Toma. Some darkness. Toma collapses. And the people around rush Toma to the hospital. And as things conspire here, we get a really nice scene of Akinori and Jitan, or Junior, on their way to the hospital to see Toma. And Jitan even turns into a little red siren. And he even starts to make a little bit of a siren noise as they rush to the hospital. Natsume and Keisuke also head to the hospital. Upon getting there, they find Toma in his bed, dealing with this pain that's affecting him from the inside, and that he just won't seem to recover, and that he seems to be having an internal battle. His mom and dad are also there, and this is the first time we really see Toma's mom and dad, which is rather nice. Kind of like the fact that we're starting to see these characters. I also want to point out that the nurses shown through this episode all have like different designs, like faces, hairstylizations. Level 5 could have just done a static nurse or just had one nurse design, but I believe they had three or four, but that's beside the point. When they were there, when Akinori finally arrived, the parents were getting ready to leave because they had things to do, or things that needed to get accomplished. Dad had, I believe, some work to do, but this is all besides the point. So mom and dad leave like any good set of parents in an anime and let the friends take care of it. I'm pretty sure from the context they had things to accomplish and things to prepare in regards to Toma himself to a certain degree. But as this all kind of progresses on, the kids actually, well, Akinori, Natsume, and Keisuke actually see the shadows that are within Toma while the parents are still there, and they see it again. And then Akinori tries to use the Yoma radar, which just doesn't work at all on him. And basically what happened is Akinori's grandmother tries to help out, and the nurse quickly kind of shoos her away after she has a confrontation with another one of the nursing staff. And then boom, Akinori's grandmother is at Toma's window and has crawled through it and has appeared like right before their eyes. She whips out the Yoma X-ray, and then they begin to actually take care of Toma. They set up what I want to say is like a mock exorcism or a mock purification ceremony or ritual. And basically what happened is Akinori's grandmother creates a seal, like a rectangular piece of paper, and she basically enchants it with her Omioji powers, and Akinori does with his as well. And then they do this dramatic animation, and then they grab a tissue and shove the tissue into Toma's nose, making him sneeze out some darkness. And some of the darkness is actually revealed to be, can't remember who it is, but I believe it's Mogu, who is blasted out of Toma's nose first. Yeah, it's Mogu. And upon Mogu being shown, Mogu basically explains the situation a little bit, saying that Mogu, Togu, and our buddy Ogu are all three fighting to kind of keep Toma's body in balance and keep the power of the Yokai Watch kind of in balance to a certain degree. They're trying to help Toma recover. And they're trying to really push the healing for Toma's body. Like, they're actually the ones that are keeping the gate going. And Mogu himself makes a portal for Akinori and Natsume to enter Toma's body to take care of him. And basically, these little Mogu, Ogu, and Togu are remnants of Onio Raisen, basically his remains. And they're basically suppressing themselves to a certain degree. That's what I got from the context, that they don't want to become the evil shogun himself. And upon Natsume and Akinori falling through the portal into Toma World, basically what we see is a river of flowing purple stuff. So Natsume summons Honmagudo Taisho, or the Magudodon, which is a parody of Tuna and Megalodon, aka our fish friend, our bluefin tuna friend. And they use him to swim up Toma's system to find the source of the purple stuff. And then they discover Ogu and Togu are actually trying to keep the darkness at bay. As soon as they arrive, the darkness goes haywire and the Shadow Remnant appears. And I'm pretty sure the Shadow Remnant doesn't really have a quote-unquote true name. It's just kind of portrayed as the darkness. It could be like true remnant of Onio Raisen. And basically, it's angry. It's causing Toma to be sick. So basically what goes on is Kieran is summoned. Kieran decides to attack with his orbs of light, and they basically start melting through the Shadow Beast. And then upon that happening, the Shadow Beast then attacks Kieran, causing Kieran to be knocked back, being pseudo-defeated. And then basically what happens after that is that Jibanyan is summoned. Heaven forbid Natsume learn how to summon someone else. I mean, Jibanyan is our iconic character, but someone else could maybe handle the situation a little differently. Jibanyan basically unloads with Fist of Fury. Jibanyan shows its loyalty in this episode, is what I feel. Because the nurses are saying, is everything okay in there? And Keisuke plays interference by making weird noises. And then Akinori's grandmother shoves the tissue right back into Toma's nose. Toma sneezes, the darkness goes out the window, and then boom, they're on top of the roof. The darkness rematerializes, goes to attack Akinori and Natsume. Kieran and Jibanyan absorb the attack, taking pretty heavy damage. Then Toma shows up. Toma goes Suzaku, separates the sword into two swords, does some fancy slash attacks to deflect the main attack that's coming through, then fuses the swords together, summons a cyclone or a little mini tornado, and then finishes him off with a double slash right across the chest. And then after he's defeated, we transition on to Toma and the guys and the group down in the hospital's garden. And Mogu, Ogu, and Togu become a arc together, and they become an arc that goes to Toma. The reason why Toma gets an arc is puzzling to me. I don't think Toma should get arcs. The way it looks, Toma should only get the swords from now on. Toma should not receive arcs, just like Akinori only gets anima pieces. Natsume only gets her arcs, while her and Keisuke only get arcs. Toma getting an arc feels very frustrating to me. They are consistently seeming to try to break the meta that is Yokai Watch a little bit. Right now, I feel like Toma is overpowered. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying, I feel like him having these Enma class yokai make him consistently overpowered, especially since Fudomyo is just so strong to begin with. I'm actually past the point of minding that he has Suzaku, but man, level 5 QLM, can he at least just keep getting keys while like swords and give the arcs to Natsume, give the Genju pieces to Akinori? Can we keep things consistent is what I would like. But basically Toma says he saw the boyfriend proposing to the girlfriend or giving the girlfriend flowers, and that made him realize that it's his mother's birthday this day and he wanted to get her flowers. G10 became flowers, or became the base for flowers, while Ogu, Mogu, and Togu basically gather flowers to put on top of him, and they basically give flowers to Toma's mom, and the episode transitions to its end point, basically. Then we see Hime. Hime is scheming with Haruya. But something seems weird to me. If you look in the shots here at the end of like the scheming that's basically going on between Hime and Haruya, you can see our buddy Doketsu being a tiny bit antsy. I mean, if you look at his human form face, I think his human form name is Ganryu Shima Nochi. If you look at his face, it's genuinely anxiety-ish. That his nerves are acting up, and that I don't want to say he's afraid of Hime. I'm saying he's very skeptical of this alliance, and he is kind of fearing for Haruya's willingness to side with Hime. I mean, that's what I got from the context. But something is going to be going down in the next couple of episodes. I would have to say within the next 3. And Hime is plotting, so we best be on our way to be ready for that. Plotting Hime is the worst type of Hime. So that's been it for this review for Yokai Watch Shadowside episode 22. Thank you all for your support. If you liked the video, please like the video. Please comment. I do appreciate your opinions and your support like always. A link to the episode will be down below. I was only able to find one link this time, and I apologize for that. And yet again, thank you for your continued support. Bye for now.